Looks like I will be streaming qualifying tonight. Alright, well, for those of you who are unfamiliar with my streams on Saturday nights, that is reserved for the Red Hot Racing League. Again, the race usually starts at around 10:30, but for tonight I'll be streaming the qualifying session that will be going on just to test the audio, so hopefully we have that fixed for future streams. So with that being said, welcome everybody. This is race number 2 of Season 7 of the Red Hot Racing League. I am the one and only commentator, Mr. Regular Show 48, back at you with another one here tonight, as we will go on ahead and hop on in here. 22 drivers supposedly here to qualify. So we'll go over each and every one of them here during this qualifying session. So with that being said, sit back, relax. This one's going to take a good maybe hour and a half, I would guess, maybe even up to 2 hours. So if you haven't yet and you want to, please make sure you follow the channel. I really appreciate it. I do NASCAR streams every Saturday nights, every Sunday nights at around 9:30, every Monday nights around 9:30, and sometimes every Tuesdays and Thursdays for a little on the high side. I also do MLB The Show streams on Wednesday nights for Road to the Show and or iRacing streams. I do plan on incorporating more of those throughout the year. So with that being said, once we load on in here, hopefully the lobby does not lag. We will go over each and every one of these drivers here tonight. This may not be the full field. Some people may be missing qualifying and will show up for the race later tonight, so expect this field to get a little bit bigger than what it already is. So let's go over these drivers really quick. Hopefully we don't lag. So the 9 of Asylums, one of our past champions and also one of the past championship 4 drivers running tonight in the 9. Last week in the Red Hot 250, Asylums ended up finishing 2nd, just like he did last season. As former in the 88, he had a rough start to the season last week, finished outside the top 20. We'll see if luck goes around more fortunate for him. Hard for Menard in the 1 racing tonight. Hard for Menard was racing last week. He finished 12th. We'll see if he can improve on that here this week. Bauman in the 27 here. Bauman did pretty good last week. Was up running in the front until late in the race. He finished 18th. Here's Grams. Grams had a great run. Top 5 last week. We'll see if he can continue that impressive start for the 38. Turquoise Hawk in the 95. Here again as well. Finished 17th. Not on my screen in the 37 car here this week. The 37 was driven by the Reagan boy. Now this week it will be driven by Not on my screen. Kevin Yu in the 12 here to run. Last week the 12 was driven by Welp Dang. This week it will be driven by Kevin Yu. Glixon in the 6. Glixon, another one of those guys that had an eventful Red Hot 250. He finished 4th last week. Tyreek Speed in the 13 here once again. Tyreek Speed, unfortunately, did not finish the race due to lag. He finished 27th. We'll see if that connection improves. And looking at it right now, he's still twitching, so may not be a good sign. Sean for Life in the 3 here tonight, making his first start for RHRL. I have him as my sleeper pick tonight. I think he's going to impress this field tonight. Based on how I've seen him run in ODRL, I think he's going to be one to watch. Lord Billis in the 8th. Lord Billis, 2nd in the points entering tonight. He had a very good Red Hot 250. He did finish 13th. However, he was very good in the opening 2 stages. Wide Blood in the 18. Wide Blood finished 9th last week. We'll see if he can keep up the top 10 streak to start the season. Stein in the 34. He finished right ahead of the 18 last week. Finished in 8th. Legend Johnson. Now, here's a little fun statistic for y'all. The last time RHRL was here, was back in March of 2022. It has been over 2 years, about to be 2.5 years. Legend Johnson was the one who won the last event here and driving the exact same car number. So we'll see if he can go back-to-back at WWT. Cowboys, the defending champion, also last week's winner, looking to go 2 for 2 to open the season up. And hang on a minute. Sorry, I couldn't get in the qualifying lap. Oh. Nah, you're good. Yoshi Racing in the 2. Looking on from him, I had him as my pick last week. He finished 11th. Yoshi, one of those guys you would expect to be in the playoff field this season, win or not. Gamer did good in the duels. Actually won Duel 2. Gamer finished 20th last week. R4D, he didn't make the field last weekend. However, he is here tonight. So we'll see how he does here in his first start of the season. Sammy Boy, I have him as my primary pick tonight. And I'm going to get to that here in just a moment. But for now, I am saying Sammy Boy is my primary pick to win the race. Dolly Dragster, who drove the 24 last week. He finished 24th, in fact. This week, he'll be in the 42 as he hits the wall in turns 1 and 2. Justin Newman in the 47 once again here. He finished 21st last Saturday night. And there we go. That is the field. But we do have a couple people that are not here for qualifying that will be here later tonight. So I want to get back to Sammy Boy. Here's why I have him as my primary pick. I know this could definitely backfire on me. But when it comes to fuel strategy races and tire strategy races, Sammy Boy is one that tends to shine. And Gateway is one of those tracks where I feel it is going to be a prominent role. It's one of those tracks that definitely relies on track position. I know it's a track that looks easy to pass. It's definitely not. It's one of those races where you need to have the track position. And one way to improve that track position is through fuel strategy and even tire strategy. And I think that's where Sammy Boy is going to thrive tonight. So I have Sammy Boy as my primary pick tonight. And as my sleeper, I have the 3 of Sean for Life. However, I know there are other popular picks like Legend Johnson, who won the last time we were here. Cowboys, obviously one that's competitive each and every week. And even Asylums in the 9. You know, he had a great start to the season with the second place run. Definitely one of those guys you expect to be in the front every week. But for me, this week, I am picking Sammy Boy and Sean for Life. So right now, we are in qualifying. Over 20 cars are here. We had 22 show up. That will increase here in the next 20 minutes or so when we get the race started. So let's go on ahead and recap the race stats here for tonight. So 100 laps, 50% race length. Pace speed for the opening lap will be 60 miles per hour. Relaxed yellows are on. Low draft for tonight. Stages are on. Tire wear on ×2. That means the fuel window will be around 37 laps. No driving aids, no custom setups, and damage is on. When pitting, as we're seeing some guys practice that right now, they have to signal down the backstretch and stay low until they enter the access road in turn 3, and they have to use the access road on both entry and exit. Again, that's a big emphasis there. You have to use it both on pit entry and pit exit. For exiting, they have to be careful when merging back onto the track from the access lane. Stay low until they are clear to merge. They also have to call it out in either voice chat or in a party with an admin that they are pitting. Drivers are not allowed to change their lanes before the start-finish line. Failure to do so can result in going to the back or being held a lap. So right now they're in qualifying. Drivers' meeting will occur after this session concludes. Then after that, the race lobby will roll. So that is that tonight. And the substitutions here tonight include Sean for Life in the 3, Despacio Suarez in the 20 subbing for Sideways, Well, Dang in the 21, substituting for Melodramatic, if I'm not mistaken. Making sure. Yes, I'm pretty sure that is for Melodramatic. The 37 of Ducky, aka not on my screen, substituting for the original driver that is the Reagan Boy. Yes. Alright, I'm just making sure. I'm looking at this. It's kind of hard to read. The 42 of Dolly Dragster. He is substituting tonight. Looking at it real quick. For INF. INF did really good last week. He enters tonight top 10 in points. The 38 of Grams. Once again, substituting tonight for Eswan. The 47 of Justin Newman. Substituting for, I guess, both Ducky and Evil Within. I think that's what it is. EEV7 on Discord. Could be wrong on that. And then the 94 of Super NASCAR Fan. Looking back here on the roster. He is substituting for Material Zero. Pole goes to Cowboys. Kevin on the front row. R4D in third. And Stein, Asylums, not on my screen. Naz, Yoshi, Sean for life. And then rounding out the top 10 is Gamer. So that is the top 10 there. We'll get more people as we go on, obviously. Other notables in the field. Trying to go through really quick. Sammy Boy starting 22nd. Hard for Menard, 14th. Grams, 19th. Clixon, 12th. Y Blood, 16th. Legend Johnson in 11th. Lord Billis in 13th. And there we go. Alright, I'm going to back out of the lobby really quick so I don't get into the race. So right now, stick around just for a good 5-10 minutes. They are currently going through the drivers meeting I had mentioned earlier. So now that's a good time for me to do so. I will go on ahead and promote my sponsor for tonight, W Energy. I have a code on there if you want to purchase anything on there using the code SPEEDSTER, all capitalized, SPDSTER, to save 10% off on your first purchase. New creator collab Shaker Cup has been released to the website with D Mythical. So if you want to get one of those, make sure you do so really quick before it runs out of stock. Only 480 of them were produced. And also, if you get a cup, it comes with 2 free hydration drinks offered from W themselves. So again, use the code to save 10% off. Alright, now that the sponsor stuff is over, we'll go into the points portion really quickly, so that way I don't forget. So right now, as obviously with RHRL rules, 16 drivers make the playoffs. If you win, you automatically get a spot. Cowboys, the first one in, the driver of the 19. Lord Billis, second in points. He technically is the points leader if we base it off of just points, but on the playoff grid, he is second. In third place is Sammy Boy in the 48, starting deep in the field tonight, 22nd. INF in the 42 is fourth. However, he will not be here. He does have a sub for him, which, by the way, as I had just addressed, that substitute is Dolly Dragster, so he will be getting points tonight. Also will impact the owner's points. Yoshi Racing in the 2, rounding out the top 5. Asylums in the 9, holding that 6th spot with the second place finish at Daytona. Didn't get as many stage points as he had hoped. Stein in the 34, also in a very good playoff spot, entering race 2 with 7th. Grams in the 38, his teammate right behind him, trying to find the car. There he is. Glixon in the 6, entering in tonight 9th. The Reagan Boy in the 37, who is getting subs tonight, is in 10th. And let me see if he's getting points for that. Yes, he is. Not on my screen. We'll be giving him his points tonight. So that's good news there. Bauman in the 27 is 11th. Trying to find the car number really quick. Hopefully I can find it, so that way I don't take too much time. Come on, baby. Come on. Find it. I'm only giving this a few more seconds. You know what? It doesn't even matter. Okay, Bauman is 11th. There we go. I'm just going to do that. Lyle Chat is 12th in points tonight. However, I did not see him in the field. Kevin Yu, who got substituted last week by Welp Dang, he is 13th in points. Y Blood in the 18 enters tonight 14th in points. EDJ Yee in the 66 is 15th. I did not see him qualify, so we will see if he shows up for the race. I think he is supposed to, so that's why I mentioned more people would show up. Gamer in the 43 is the last driver above the cut line in 16th by 2 points over Hard for Menard in the 1, which I'm hurrying up getting to different numbers. I don't know why I'm doing this, so forgive me. Turquoise Hawk in the 95 is 18th in points. I gotta figure out who the hell is in what cars. I think it was Christopher Bell. Yes. Thank God I still have the knowledge there. Sideways 19th, he's getting subbed by Despacio Suarez for a second straight week. And looking at this really quickly, he will be getting those points from Despacio Suarez. So good news there for the 20. And then rounding out the top 20 in points, Legend Johnson in the 17. Keep an eye out for him tonight. He won the last time we were here at Gateway back in March of 2022. I wasn't even here for that, so yeah, we'll see if he can do it this time. Material Zero, 21st in points. He is not going to race tonight. However, he will have a sub for him, that being Super NASCAR Fan. That will only impact the owner's points, so he won't be getting points in the driver's standings. Naz Former in the 88, 22nd in points. Get to his number there. He is. Young Rise in the 3, 23rd. Funny rumor, he was supposed to be in the booth with me tonight, apparently, from what he said. I think that was just a joke. But he's 23rd. Dark Abyss in the 11. I did not see him in qualifying. He did thumbs up the post, so he should be here tonight. Could be close for him on time. The 47 is 24th in points. That is Justin Newman. Oh, my apologies. Rise was 23rd. Abyss was 24th. Justin Newman, 25th. There we go. I have to get that fixed. Dolly Dragster, who drove the 24 last week, he will now be behind the wheel. Let me go back to it. Of the 42. All right, so the 42 of Dolly Dragster tonight outside of the top 25 in points. Tyreek Speed in the 13 is 27th. There he is. And then I'm just going to recap the rest. The Outsider, 28th. Melodramatic, 29th. He is not here tonight from what I am seeing. Well, Dang, who substituted for Kevin last week, 30th in points. Super NASCAR Fan, he'll be here tonight, 31st. And then Despacio Suarez, 32nd. All right. Just had to kill some time. So hopefully you enjoyed that rundown and me struggling to figure out who was in what number. All right. So, I believe the drivers' meeting has concluded, or is about to conclude. They said the race lobby was supposed to roll at around 10:30 Eastern. So, I am going to make sure that they are getting ready to go. Quickly checking. I think they might have closed the lobby. Yeah, they did. Okay. So we'll figure out once the lobby goes up, it'll be public. No, none of you bastards, make sure you join in to ruin it. Someone did that last season, and needless to say, it was hilarious, but at the same time, it was annoying because we had lag at that night as well, so it took a little extra time. Alright, let me keep checking in with Discord, because this is supposed to be up by any moment. There should be also in-car cameras tonight. I will recap them before we go green. Some may have their perspectives up during the race, or some may bring them up during the race, but I'm just going to shout out those to have it up before the race begins. So it will be up any moment. Again, they're in the middle of the drivers' meeting. Should conclude by now. The supposed start time was 10:30, but with a big lobby, it's kind of hard to manage that perfectly. All right, so let me just make sure. Again, I appreciate y'all who are still in the chat sticking around. Again, this is supposed to start any moment, so this won't take too much longer. Let me see how many. I know only 11 are in the voice chat. However, it was double for qualifying, so there'll be more people. Yeah, I can confirm Dark Abyss is here tonight. He just joined in. Trying to see who else. So we'll at least have 23. May have more last second. And then as a reminder for my schedule, tomorrow night at 9:30, I will be streaming another league. That will be for ODRL NXT. They are in the middle of bracket play and close to getting to the end of the regular season before they get to the playoffs. Tomorrow night, they will be racing at Atlanta. Again, they're in the final four for their bracket. So a lot on the line there. The drivers featured in that bracket, I'll just say the matchups really quickly. The 99 of Bad Omens, and then the 16 of Tampax, the 12 seed. And then the other matchup, the 19 of Suspect Apex, the defending champ for NXT, taking on the 5 of Georgia Dog, the 3rd seed. That's the matchups tomorrow for ODRL NXT. So that's my schedule there for tomorrow. And then Monday, ODRL Premiere. At around 9:30, I will be in the booth with Suspect Camo and Suspect Apex for that event. Kind of chaotic, to say the least, in terms of winners. But on Monday night, they will be doing the Charlotte race in the Coke 600 event, so there'll be an extra stage, extra opportunity to get some points. All right, let me see. There it is. All right, the lobby is up, so that is a good sign. We are getting everything ready to go. Then I will actually, let me see, I'll share the stream really quickly with those in RHRL, just to make sure that they have it. Put it in Cup Garage, just to make sure everyone has it. I know I could put in promotions, but I know people don't want to scroll all the way down. There we go. Alright, so that's my perspective there. And then I will also put it in broadcast. There we go. Alright. Yeah, looks like a few extra people got in, so we'll have another solid showing tonight. Last week for Daytona, I'll go back to the results screen for that. We had 29 people for that event, and that's usually one of the biggest events of the season, so it's nice to have a good follow-up. Alright. I'll go on ahead and make a shout out to those that are streaming their perspectives. So let me go on here on Twitch. There we go. All right, shout out to Asylums, all lowercase ASYLUMZS. He has his in-car camera. Same could be said for Sean for Life. Looking on through the field, making sure there's no one else. At least those two have their in-cars up for tonight. That's all I could see on Twitch. So those two at least have theirs up. So if you want to see an in-car perspective, those two have theirs. Of course, myself will be the commentary stream. Making sure that no one else has theirs up. But right now, it looks like it's just them two. Alright. We are good. So they'll be getting into a pace lap to get into their positions and to make sure the lobby does not lag. We tend to have bad luck with the first attempt, so hopefully we don't have that tonight. But don't be shocked if there is an issue there. And then as a reminder as well, for next week, for RHRL, it is an off week due to the Bristol race. So my Saturday nights next week will be open. And I will probably be doing the same thing, just watching that race. Alright, everyone getting in their positions. It's not bad at the moment looking at it with the lag, so could be a good sign. Looking to see anyone new in. Dark Abyss, we talked about him. Super NASCAR fan is here. There's Espacio Suarez, he is here. And then there's Welt Ding in the 21. Alright, let's get back to our pole sitter, which should be the 19, so he should be starting up there. There we go. Alright. Cowboys and Kevin Yu on the front row. As they're getting ready to go to the restart zone, stage 1, 22 laps. Don't expect any pit stops unless for a caution. Race 2 of Season 7 for RHRL is green at WWT. One car back there in the grass. That was 42 of Dolly Dragster. We are still green. As going back to our pole sitter, the 19 no longer in front. He's got a problem ahead of him. That's the 18 of Wide Blood. He leads the opening lap. 20 to go. Stein getting a nice little shove there up the track by Kevin in the 12. As the 18 and 19 trying to pull away early. Teammates for Overkill currently holding the top 2 spots. Followed by Kevin and then Stein as Blood hits the wall there. And then R4D in the top 5. So at least 2 of the Ohio River racing cars there holding the top 5 spots. As Cowboys trying to defend second against Stein and Kevin. Going down the backstretch. 18 creating a gap now over the new second place Stein. R4D and Kevin battling for third as Cowboys is falling back to fifth. Now getting passed by Asylums as Cowboys scrape the wall, all four. 18 to go. And Cowboys still struggling. Into the wall he goes. He is fading away. So far, nobody has wrecked. A couple close calls. Here's someone that I have my eye on tonight, Sammy Boy. He's got a lot of ground to make up. Again, this is a track that's very hard to pass unless if someone makes a big mistake like what the 19's doing right now. He has dropped to 10, so he's lost 9 spots since the start of this race. Here's Sean for life. He was my sleeper pick tonight, and for good reason. Running in 9th. R4D. He did not make Daytona last week. He did not participate in the duels. That made him ineligible to race. First start this season so far, off to a great start. He is up to second. And he is right behind the 18, looking to get the lead for the first time this season. See if he gets a good run off 4. Not what he was preferring. Here's not on my screen as Asylums goes under. Allows the 37 to the inside. This is for 5th. Nasformer to the inside of the 2, right behind them. Nasformer looking for a redemption race tonight. He did not have a good red hot 250. As we are under caution for the first time tonight. Trying to see who it was. Looks like Despacio Suarez, maybe? Nope, Bauman's got some damage. A lot of front-end damage to that 27. So it looks like this was just a crash in the back for our first caution tonight. So we will go on ahead and have a restart. Again, don't expect a lot of pit stops here unless for cautions within the first half. So here we go. Let's go on board here with Kevin Yu for this restart. Back to green here with 11 laps to go. Lap 12 of 22 in stage 1. Just looking on from both in front and behind. Car way beneath the apron back there. That might have been the 42 again of Dolly. As Kevin trying to put up a fight against R4D, the 22 in the wall. And Kevin now holding possession of second place with 10 to go in the stage. 12 over drives it. Asylum streamline behind for third. Contact with the 34 on the racetrack. R4D in the wall. The 22 has come to a near complete stop and they're wrecking behind him. Gamer smacks the wall head on. And this is going to bring out a caution for the second time tonight. Legend Johnson involved. There's R4D. That's the result. The contact from Asylums and Stein. And a 22 went to a complete stop when he smacked that wall. Dolly there involved. Despacio involved. Tyreek Speed with some damage. And we're going to have another restart here in the first stage. Second caution for incident early on. As it's Blood, Kevin, Asylums, not on my screen, and Nasformer, the top 5. get on board here with the 18 for the restart. Let's try this again. Back green, 17-22 in stage 1, so 6 to go. Good start from the 18 as Kevin trying to put up a fight from that high line. Asylum's waiting to see what happens with these two. Not on my screen, and Naz duking it out for 4th. Big cluster mid-pack. 5 to go. Naz up the track. Kevin into the wall. Asylum's now trying to get second as Wide Blood in front. The 18 trying to win his first stage of the season. 4 to go. That was a 12. I believe that might have got pushed up the racetrack. It was. He's now getting passed by another teammate of his, Yoshi. Cowboys flirting with the apron there just now. He's battling Lord Billis. Both had great runs last week. 3 to go. Sean for life. I talked about him being a sleeper, trying to get by Stein. We're getting to 2 to go as the battle for the lead still raging on. With Wide Blood and Asylums clearing the 18 on the high line. 2 to go. Not on my screen in 3rd with a great start. And Asylums trying to check out. The 2 drivers that won stages last week were Lord Billis and Young Rise, teammates for Harvick Fan Racing. And now Asylums in the 9, representing No U Motorsports, is 1 lap away from their first stage win of the season. One car up the track, that was the 3. Now under fire from Yoshi Racing. Half a lap to go. Not on my screen, trying to put up a fight against Wide Blood for 2nd. As going out of the turn 4, first stage win of the season for the 9 of Asylums and for No U Motorsports. And I believe there was a wreck that happened in the back that concluded the stage. Trying to wait and see if that was the case. Asylums, Wide Blood, not on my screen, Stein, Yoshi Racing the top 5. Sean for life, Kevin U, Lord Billis, Cowboys, Hard for Menard in the 1, taking the last spot in the top 10. And now we are on to stage number 2. Let's go on board here with the 37 for the second stage restart. So it'll be Asylums and Wide Blood to the line. Green flag, stage 2 underway. 19 laps in this stage. So again, don't expect green flag stops. And an awkward start for the low line. The high line has so far been the priority for this restart. The benefactors, as the 20 car way back there towards the bottom. The 1 almost getting squeezed by the 12. Couple cars way up the racetrack into the wall towards mid-pack. as Yoshi and Sean for life are battling for 5th. Oh, we're wrecking Grams in the 38 round. Collecting Dolly, bombing, getting some damage. Will that cause a caution? And it will not. We are still green. And Asylum's now getting passed by Stein. Asylum's trying to fight back using the momentum from turn 4. And it will not happen. Stein's trying to slam the door. And he does. Opens the door for Yoshi to attack for 3rd. Not on my screen there, 37, Sean for life. And Lord Billis in the 8 car creeping up. Lord Billis, the most amount of points from anyone last week, trying to follow it up here. $16 to go in stage 2. And Cowboys, he has fallen way back. Lap 1, he was on the pole. He's not in the top 10 right now. May not even be in the top 15. Here's Gamer and R4D battling just ahead of them. How about the 48? He was out of the top 20 to start the race. Now he's here towards the back of the top 10. Trying to get up there with the 12. As Yoshi got by Sean and the 37 of Not On My Screen, he's up to 4th. Hard for Menard in the top 10. Caution's out. I believe, no, it's not. Okay. That looked really slow there for a moment. Battle for the lead. Good for Stein to the back of the 18. The 18 had a botch there exiting the turn. That opens the door for the 9. 9 goes too low. Yoshi now making it 3 wide. Stein trying to get the runoff. And he hangs on to 2nd. First DNF of the night, Tyree Speed. I mentioned the connection issues from last week. That will continue this week. Good racing up here towards the front. As Yoshi trying to get by Asylums from the high line. Sean in 5th, Not On My Screen 6th, Lord Billis 7th, followed by Kevin in 8th, Hard for Menard. We just saw him in the 1 in 9th. Go back to him really quickly. Here he is. And then right behind him is Sammy Boy. And Sean, in his first race this season, he's got a good view of doing the best going at it. Asylums, Yoshi. Going at it here for 3rd. Is he making a little tap here from Not On My Screen? The 3 car doesn't give him the bottom. Gateway, known for track position. Not easy to get these positions, except if you have an opportunity to make a green flag pit stop. And so far, the front row drivers have not been able to maintain their positions. The 12 at least is still in the top 10. Let's go back to the 19's point of view. This is not a view you want to have. The leader's not in sight. Almost like half a lap down is the 19. Our recent Red Hot 250 winner. and most recent champion. As Asylums and Yoshi Racing still going at it. Good, clean racing here. No beating and banging doors. It's just side-by-side action. Asylum's trying to get the run off. He may be able to clear him, and he does. Asylum's up to third. We'll see if Sean for Life tries to attack. We'll get the lap update next time by. As there goes Sean, battle for fourth. On board with the two. When we get to the line, it will be 7 laps to go in the stage, lap 13 of 19. Here's Naz battling Sammy Boy. Very good stuff over here. This is for 11th. Just ahead of them in 10th, the final spot, the 22 of R4D. R4D trying to get up there with the 12 and the 1, maybe get a couple extra stage points. 6 laps to go. And the battle for the lead is not over. Blood, Stein going at it. Stein has had opportunities to get by. Just couldn't get next to him. Different approaches here. 34 trying to get the drive off. 18 keeping it straight. Right in front of him. No opportunity for the 34 to get next to him again. 5 to go. And Asylums trying to keep tabs on these two. Lap traffic up ahead for the first time tonight. This is a very good green flag run. No cautions in this stage. We had 2 cautions for incident in the last stage. 4 to go. As Stein trying everything he can get by that 18. However, he's trying to not let the 9 get by. And all of this is helping the 2 of Yoshi Racing get in the fold. 3 to go at the line. Stein just can't get there. And now Asylums trying to take the chance. This is for second with 3 to go. Up the track goes Stein. Making a run off of this. Hits the wall just barely. There'll be 2 to go at the line. Asylums is up to second. As Yoshi now trying to get by. Stein for third. Sean for Life waiting in the wings in fifth. And this is where it gets fun. Lap traffic is here. First car to 38 of Grams. The 11 of Dark Abyss up ahead. On board here with the 18 as we get to the white flag of the stage. So Grams is now the lucky dog driver unless if Abyss gets lapped. As look out behind them. Close call for Stein, Yoshi, and Sean. White flag in the stage. This could be game over for Grams if this 11 gets lapped. Teammates for overkill. Side by side. Now Abyss, the first car lap down. Half a lap to go. Asylum trying everything he can to get to the leader. That's a close call there. With the 8 and the 2, I believe Asylums went around. Trying to get to him. No, he didn't. All right. That was weird. All right. Blood wins stage 2. Asylum second. Stein Sean for life in 4th, Yoshi Racing in 5th. There was a close call back there. There was some contact. Free pass will go to Dark Abyss in 24th. Grams will be the only car still on track that will be a lap down. Trying to see who else got stage points here really quick. Hopefully they will show it. Doesn't look like it. Looks like not on my screen. Kevin, R4 Menard, R4D, Lord Billis was the last driver to get stage points in stage 2. Go on board here with the 8, see what it's like here. For the restart, 53 to go, so if this goes green, we will have a green flag pit stop. Kevin on the high line doesn't hit the wall. And they're 3 wide down the backstretch. Little contact there up ahead. Oh, Glixon with a move to the inside of the 88. I don't think that's going to like that. As the 18 and 9 are battling for the lead, I was impressed. They didn't wreck 17 to slam the 6 up the track. 88 up into the wall. Tempers flaring mid-pack. '17 might have had enough watching the 6 and the 88 going at it, sticking up for his teammate. 12 car back, turn 4. This is chaos back here. And this time, the 88's had enough. He shut the 6 up the track, car around Despacio Suarez in the 20. We're going to get back up to the 18. Oh, but the super NASCAR fan just got slammed to the outside wall with help from Grams. Much cleaner up here. And I mean much cleaner. Y Blood in front. Some of y'all may know him as Strippy Tricks. Holding off Stein right now. Trippy Tricks, if he wins tonight, he would tie Drew LMAO for second on the all-time wins list for RHRL. He has 16 RHRL victories right now, looking for win 17. Trippy Tricks, the Season 5 champion for RHRL. Looking maybe to make another run for a title this season. Looking to get his second championship in 3 seasons. Although this is race 2, you can never count out this 18 for a title chase. As Asylum's getting by Stein for second. Oh, 18 had a bad backstretch. There's a wall on the backstretch that you can hit, and if you hit it, you are going to go for a ride. The 18 nearly hit it. I didn't know if he wasn't paying attention or if that was just him messing around, but that could have been bad if he did it. Yoshi in 4th, not on my screen, 5th. R4D up to 6th. Sean for life, we're on board with him right now. He's in 7th. Trying to get behind him. Looks like that's Lord Billis in 8th. Sammy Boy in 9th. Hard for Menard in 10th. Oh, he's gonna overdrive the turn. Gets bumped by Sean. Doesn't hit the wall. Gets a run out of 2, though. Is he going to clear the 3? He does not. 22 slams the door in an emphatic manner. This is the kind of racing that those in the back of the pack want to have. Speaking of that, by the way, someone who had some action early on is up here. How about Naz? Good recovery. Still trying to battle the last winner here of this racetrack, Legend Johnson. Contact there. And Johnson into the wall. I'm just going to leave it there. Needless to say, Naz is still up here. That's how desperate you have to be up in a group where you can have clean racing. You gotta make those decisions that you don't want to make. In 4088, someone who's known to be a clean racer, he's getting into it tonight. Someone who is also a clean racer and also very, very fast, Cowboys, he is stuck back here. Battling super for position, Blixen up ahead. Trippy still in front. Trippy's led the most laps tonight so far. So, I mentioned the last time RHRL raced here was back in March of 2022. I just want to mention some of the guys that were here and where they finished. Legend Johnson was the winner, obviously. Other drivers that raced in that event include Lord Billis. He was the 47 back then. He finished 7th in that event. So far, he's in the top 10 as Asylums gets slammed out of the way by Yoshi. Caution's out. Let's see who the caution's for. Looks like Justin Newman, maybe. He's got some front-end damage. Yeah, Bombman, Dark Abyss. Well, dang, in the 21. Super. Looks like Graham's all with damage. That's going to be good news for Graham's because he's going to get that lap back. Anyways, other drivers that are here tonight that raced in that event. Asylums was 10th in that event. Glixen, who was driving the 21, finished 13th the last time we were here. Stein, who finished 16th. So far, putting up a great event in that 34 tonight. Other drivers here. Bauman, he finished 25th. Doing much better tonight. And then Graham's finished 27th, the only one that didn't finish on the lead lap. Not doing much better tonight. We'll see if he can change that around. So we're back underway. It's Blood, a.k.a. Trippy Tricks, and Yoshi Racing. That was the front row. Talked about the contact there with the 2 and the 9. That changed positions before the caution came out. So an update here on the lap counter since I don't have it from spectator view. Getting to the line now. We'll make it 38 to go. And this is what's interesting. Everyone is short on fuel. Everyone should have around 36 laps of fuel. This is why I wanted to talk about fuel strategy and tire strategy potentially playing a role, because it very well could happen. Will anyone try and save fuel to make it? Will someone try something new on pit road, maybe make it on fuel? Or will a caution come out? We don't know, but needless to say, I'm glad I brought that up before the race. As we're 3 wide back here with Naz, Sammy, and Legend Johnson. Looks like Sammy's going to hang on. Legend Johnson and Naz side by side again. They had contact earlier in the race. Kevin, you right behind them. Kevin, one of those guys that was up in the top 10 for the majority of the race, started second. So far, not up there, fading away. As contact clicks in, and it looks to be Gamer in the 43. Meanwhile, these two. this has been the view of the 34 pretty much for the majority of this race. Just looking at that green Interstate Batteries Toyota 18 car. That's been the view tonight for the 34. As Yoshi in third, Asylum's fourth, and an R4D in fifth. Great run by the 22. I've already said it, but still, I can't emphasize it. Good run for the 22. So, again, I talked about Trix's wins for RHRL. I want to go back and mention the other two in the top three. Stein in the 34 only has one career win in RHRL. Looking to see which series that was. I believe it might have been in the Trucks series. It was. It was in the Trucks for RHRL. He has yet to win in the Cup Series. And then for Yoshi, he has 3 career wins, including that dramatic finish at Talladega last season. Looking for win number 4. All 3 of Yoshi's wins came in the Cup Series. And then Asylums, who leads the RHRL League and wins 42 wins total. 27 of them were in Cup. As this battle for second heating up with Stein and Yoshi. Stein hits the wall. Little contact there. No harm, no foul. Just ran out of room. Car cannot clear him off of 2. Yoshi trying to get by. Stein squeezes him down this time. And he hits the wall even more. And that's going to cost him. Asylums gets by. R4D now looking for 4th. Won't be able to clear him in the 1. But he overdrives it. Exiting 2, he loses 4th. He falls to 5th after the contact with the wall. Not on my screen, right behind him there, it's 6th. Sean for life, Lord Billis, Harford Menard, Sammy Boy rounds out the top 10. As Stein into the wall again. Loses 5th to not on my screen. Sean for life's going to get by. That is for 6. 3-car overdrives, and also that may help the 34. 3 wide, and Stein getting squeezed again, this time on the backstretch wall. Stein has got to be furious. Can he go a full lap without hitting one of the walls? We'll see if he can go a full lap here this time without hitting it. As he is still battling Sean. Doesn't hit it that time. Sean trying to squeeze him. And Sean looking to slide on up. He gets by. And Stein will go a full lap without hitting the wall. There we go. Good job, Stein. As those two are still battling back there, not on my screen was able to get away in 5th. Not on my screen, a quiet dark horse tonight. He did not make the playoffs last season, wasn't full time. But right now in the top 5 in his first start tonight. Dolly Dragster's just not had a fun night. Way off the pace. As this is around the 15th place range as Gamer trying to clear Glixen, Welting in the battle. Dark Abyss behind them. Same with Turquoise. The 94 Super bombing. Trying to see who else that was. That's Despacio Suarez. And then even deeper in the field is Cowboys. Meanwhile, up front, this is the top four. R4D, if I'm not mistaken, he's never won in RHRL. In fact, this is his first race, I believe, in the league. Wouldn't it be something if he won tonight? Go 1 for 1. Get that playoff spot if you plan to race full time. Because again, there is a rule. You have to race a certain amount of regular season races if you are a winner in that current season to be postseason eligible. As R4D trying to attack Asylums. We'll get a lap update next time by. So I'll go on ahead, get the info there, ready to go. Sean has fallen back a good bit. Car may not be suited for the long run, or he might have had an issue. Sammy Boy trying to clear Gamer. Naz is up ahead. 23 to go. Will anyone be able to make it? That is the question. I've talked about fuel mileage. These guys are not willing to save fuel. They're battling for the lead right now. Trippy and Yoshi. Yoshi diving to the inside, going into 3. For the top spot as the 18 gets the lap at the line. Can Yoshi take it away here? He will not. The 18 does not flinch. And Trippy still holding pursuit of the top spot. You see the battle for 6 back there. Stein holding off hard for Menard. 1 car going down pit low slowly. That was Dolly Dragster in the 42. Next time by, it will be 20 laps to go in the race. As Asylums almost hit Yoshi there in the middle of turns 1 and 2. It's either you have a chance to make it by saving fuel, or you're doing what these 4 are doing right now, and that's going all out. R4 Menard, we're on board with him in 7th. Billis, Nasformer, Kevin Yu round out the top 10. And I want to go back really quickly to the results from last week. Recapping where everyone in the top 10 is running. And well, needless to say, only 3 of the drivers who finished in the top 10 for the Red Hot 250 last week is in the top 10 right now. Those 3 are Asylums, Stein, and Trippy, aka Y Blood. Very crazy statistic there. As we are possibly seeing some strategy here. Yes! More Billis going down. Legend Johnson going down. This looks like Billis had a bad entry onto the apron. Gets hit by the 17. Issues for the 8 of Billis. Getting into pit road is going to be a concern. None of the top 4 pit here. 5th and 6th and 7th stay out. Naz stays out. Gamer in. Let's see if he has a good entry. Looks like he does. Hopefully you don't speed into the pit road, because that will be a race killer. Despacio Suarez in. And Yoshi Racing. He has cleared the 18. He's in front. But look at this. The 18 and the 9 are both pitting this time. Contact with the 18 and the 9. Stein is in as well, as the trails of dirt ahead of the 34. Kevin Yu is in. We're going to stay here with the 37. Has a clear view of the 2 and the 22. Looks like Yoshi's pitting this time. The 1 of Hardcore Menard and the 88 of Naz Former are all pitting here. So the 22 and the 37 have yet to pit. The only notables up towards the front that have yet to make a green flag pit stop. And there goes R4D. He's pitting. 37 of Not On My Screen. He is pitting. Trying to see who's in third. Get a view really quickly of who that is, as pit road is a busy place. Sean for Life in the 3 is the new leader. Just gonna confirm that really quickly here with scoring. Scoring says he is 3 car in front. My sleeper pick tonight, currently in the lead. Looks like Glixon in second, Turquoise Hawk in third. But right now, the 3 of Sean for Life in his first start, leading the way with less than 15 to go, as we just saw the 37 exit pit road, getting lapped here by the 3. Sean for Life, one of the guys that are streaming right now, with his in-car perspective, looking for his first win in RHRL as he lets the 37 by. He has Grams right behind him. Will he plan to pit soon, or is he trying to go for it all? If a caution comes out, this could very well play into the hands of the 3, because a lot of people are trapped a lap down. Still off the pace here. 11 laps to go, and I'm just going to say this now, looking at his stream, it's going to be close. Second place right now, in comparison to the 3, is the 95 of Turquoise Hawk. Here he is. Hawk going way up the racetrack, almost hitting the wall. Final 10 laps here at WWT. We're going to get back here really quickly to our leader in the 3, Sean for Life. Sean for Life and Turquoise Hawk, neither of them have won this season. We could be in line for a first-time winner. Glixon in third, then Bombin, then Cowboys rounds out the top 5. Here's where Glixon is on track, as the 11th car of Abyss is around. That's not going to cause a caution, so we are still green. Here's Cowboys and Bauman. And I think Cowboys is throwing the white flag on the fuel mileage game. We'll see if he is. No, he's not. He's just letting Dispatchio by. Looked like he was about to go down. The gap between first and second, according to scoring, is 2.9 seconds. Between Sean for Life and Turquoise Hawk. Sean trying to hang on with everything he can without running out of fuel. However, another factor, I talked about it, is tires. 7 to go up the line for Sean. The sleeper pick I made earlier tonight in front. Looking to make a major statement in his debut. Down the backstretch. Not going full throttle here. In the distance, you see the 95. 4 lap down cars separate the top 2. Six to go. Legend Johnson getting by. And the caution has come out. Caution has come out. We are going to have a restart in the field that's been flipped upside down. Legend Johnson getting the free pass. Are you kidding me right now? Nasformer and Gamer were the last 2 on the lead lap. Legend Johnson, the lucky dog, in 17th. Super NASCAR Fan 6, Asylums, R4D, Yoshi Racing, and Shrippy in 10th. We are going to have a 2 to 3 lap shootout here to end this one off. This one is going to get really rowdy. Front row. We're going to get back to it. The 3 of Sean on the outside. R4D looking for his first win on the inside. He gained 7 spots on the strategy. As we're back underway. How will this one end? A 3 to go. Glixon trying to clear the 95. Cowboys way up the racetrack. Can Sean for Life hang on? Fuel no more. Tires no more. Asylum's up in the wall. Trippy up the racetrack he goes. Glixon is up to second. Two laps to go. Will this end under green? Or will we have a yellow? Someone shoving it hard down in the 1 and 2. That was the 1 car. Glixon in the 6. Trying to get up there. He was one of the cars that finished in the top 5 last week. Hawk and Cowboys round out the top 5. Last lap at WWT. Six car overdriving and trying to get to the 3. He may have one last gasp. Down the backstretch they go for the final time. Will the 6 get there? Oh, he bumps him! It won't be enough! Let me introduce him! Our newest winner in RHRL, Sean for Life! He's going to win it at Gateway! How about that in your first start in RHRL? And it turns into a W. Glixon second, Cowboys third, R4D fourth in his first start. Turquoise Hawk rounds out the top 5. I believe that's his first top 5 in RHRL. Yoshi Racing 6, Nano Maestro 7th, Legend Johnson, the last winner here, was 8th, Super NASCAR Fan 9th, and Stein 10th. What a wacky top 10 we have here tonight. Absolutely wild. Surreal. And I am going to go on ahead here and open the party up and also send invites to our top 5, including our newest addition to the wins list. And yes, I got the pick right. I got one of the picks right here tonight. So Turquoise Hawk, let me get him. Let me find R4D and Cowboys. There's Cowboys. And R4D. Alright. There we go. And then I will also open up audio to be included for our interviewees tonight. Alright, we have... Let me see. 1, 2, 3. Okay, you're good. Alright, we need R4D in here. We need... Wrong. He said wrong part. Alright, I need R4D in here. He's our last person. Let me... Hopefully I can find him without disconnecting. There we go. I'll give him a second. Okay, there we go. Alright, I'm giving him one more second here, and if he doesn't make it, then we'll just interview first, second, third, and fifth. Alright, well, you know what? We're just going to go on ahead and start with the interviews. I can't wait that much longer. So, we're going to start with our 5th place finisher, the driver of the 95. Nice finally getting the interview with you here, Mr. Turquoise. Make sure your audio is included. Hang on a minute, let me do another quick audio test here. Turquoise, say something again. Yeah, you can't. Yeah, you can't. Alright. Well, Turquoise, I'll go on ahead and translate what you say here to the chat here. So, first off, congrats on your first top 5 finish in RHRL, if I'm not mistaken. At least for the points races. So I want to ask, what was it like there for the last 3 laps there on the final restart? Hang on, I gotta put that in the chat just so I can translate it because they don't hear you. Hang on. There we go. There we go. I have to put that in the chat. All right. Well, again, going on to our next question here, we do have a off week here before we go to our next race of the season, in which that will be at Atlanta. So I do want to ask you, how do you feel about Atlanta as a track, and how do you think you will do there? we go. I have to put that in the chat again. All right. Well, Hawk, before I let you go here and get ready for Atlanta and have a nice little couple weeks off, do you have any special shout-outs that you want to give? And I will include those in the chat. Oh, hey, there you go. Hell yeah, indeed. All right, well, Hawk, congrats on the top 5 finish, and have a great birthday, my man. I'll see you in a couple weeks. No problem. All right, well, R4D was unfortunately not here, so unfortunate there. So we will go on ahead and interview our third place finisher. That is the driver of the 19, Mr. Cowboys. Good to see you again.
Yep, always good to finish in the top 3.
There you go. All right, well, first off, congrats on that. I know this race was not the best for you. You were running outside the top 10 for a good portion. I do want to ask, what made your mind up there to take the risk and hope for the caution there at the end?
Well, it wasn't really hoping for a caution. I was saving fuel, and I was going to make it anyway. But yeah, I really had no choice because in stage 2, I was getting some really bad lag, and I wrecked. So I was back in 23rd or whatever to start stage 3. My only shot really was to save fuel after that caution came out at the beginning of stage 3. So yeah, I wasn't going past 25 cars here. It just wasn't going to happen. So I had to save, and I would have finished top 5 even if the caution didn't come out, but because it did, I was able to get a couple more spots.
Well, I will say this. Of everyone in RHRL this season, you are the only person to have finished in the top 3, as you have mentioned, for both races this season. One of 2 people to finish in the top 5 to open up the season. So, good stuff there. You should be the points leader if things go right. We'll just have to wait and see. But, as I had mentioned to Turquoise Hawk, in a couple of weeks we will be at Atlanta. How do you feel about that track? Do you think you may be able to get your second win there?
Yeah, I like Atlanta. Yeah, we'll see. The 2020 car is different than the 2022 cars, obviously. The draft still will be a factor, but not quite as strong, so I don't know, we'll see. Just gotta have the track position and stay up front.
Alrighty. Well, before I let you go here and interview our second place finisher, do you have any special shout outs that you want to give?
Yeah, shout out to my guy Sean for winning the race tonight. I'm glad to see him get a win, and yeah, looking forward to continuing the battle with him for the regular season championship on Monday. So, yep, looking forward to that.
Yeah, there you go. Just as a tidbit for those unaware, these two race each other every Monday nights for ODRL Premier. So it's good to see them race here on Saturday nights as well. Cowboys, congrats on your second straight top 3 finish to open the season. I wish you the best of luck at Atlanta in a couple weeks.
Appreciate it.
No problem. All right, we are now on to our second place finisher for the second time this season. I will be able to interview him as well. That will be the 6 of Mr. Glixon. Glixon, make sure your audio is included.
Hell yeah, homie.
All right, well, good to see you again. I'm gonna be saying that all night. All right, well, Glixon, congrats on another top 5 finish. This time with a second place finish. With the 3 car there up ahead of you, if you had one more lap there at the end, do you think you would have maybe gotten by the 3?
Yeah, maybe, but it wouldn't have been the cleanest, situation. I kind of tried to put the bumper to him there at the end, but I, just couldn't put enough juice behind it. The juice was not loose, so we weren't too happy about it. But it is what it is. Top 5, kind of just, I don't know, played our cards out, got lucky. We ran like 15th the whole race. I mean, the car was kind of shit. We were bad. For my standards, we were bad. But to come out with the top 5 here and the top 3, I'm pretty chill about that, homie.
Yeah, I was going to actually ask you that. So you were in that mid-pack there for a good portion of the race. I do want to ask you, how would you compare the racing in mid-pack to what it was like at the front there at the end?
Night and day, homie. I mean, the race in the middle of the pack, man, it's terrible. It's like sitting in the middle of the bus, you get the brunt of the crap, it's just, Just a bunch of bullshit going on in the middle there. And, it was tough passing people. I ain't gonna lie. Like this track, you have to basically wreck people to pass them. I feel like so. Um, it was really tough. It was either capitalizing on people's mistakes or just making something out of nothing because that's about what you have. A lot of riding around too. It was just so hard to pass, but. Racing up front, you get in that clean air, you get a little bit more room to play around, and you can see what your car can do. And I only got like a couple laps of that, but still felt a lot better up front than in the middle of the pack for sure.
All right. Well, in a couple weeks, as I've talked with the other two, Atlanta's coming up. So far, with you being one of the only two people that's able to find your way up there towards the front at the end, how do you feel about Atlanta? Do you think maybe you could turn the fourth place finish at Daytona and the second place finish at Gateway into a first at Atlanta?
I mean, you know what they say, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. I mean, I'm not going to say I'm good by any means. I'm way better at these cars than I am at the next gen, so that's promising. Atlanta isn't a terrible track for me. I'm pretty good at like saving tire and gas, even without a clutch and wheels. So, we can definitely try to make something of it. It's just going to come down to playing our cards right and working strategy and stuff, and just seeing what happens. You never know until you get to that point, and it's you got to gamble sometimes. So we'll just see how the race plays out. But I am hopeful that we'll finish pretty decent and get some stage points maybe this time.
Well, I'm just going to quote you on this one before I close it off. Hell yeah. All right. Well.
Hell yeah.
All right, Glixa, before I let you go here and interview our first-time winner here, do you have a special shout-out you want to give?
Yeah, homie, got to shout out the Grams team over here, homie, and Legend Johnson, Toasted Gamers, who else? Bauman. Got to shout out all of our guys, Stein, all of our drivers over here at Barstool and the Alliance we got over here at Ford. Thankful for all their support and being able to have some friends out there on the track, because it does get lonely out there when you're by yourself. So it's good to have some friends out there to race with, and shout out those guys, and just looking forward to next week, and hell yeah, homie.
Hell yeah, indeed. All right, well, congrats on the second straight top 5 finish to open the season. Barstool Glonk tending to have some top 5 finishes here, not just the 6, but also we've seen the 38 getting up there as well. All right, well, Glixon, congrats on the second place finish, but I wish you the best of luck at Atlanta in a couple weeks.
Appreciate it, homie.
No problem. All right, well, we're now on to our last interview of the night, and it's a first-time winner. This is our 43rd winner in RHRL history, and it comes in the legendary number 3 card. That is Mr. Sean for life. Sean, make sure your audio is included.
Hell yeah. No, sorry. Never mind.
Yeah. See, stealing quotes here, I see. All right, well, it's one thing where I do get to hear you get interviewed on Monday nights. Well, this time it's on the Saturday night. You're the newest addition to the wins list for RHRL. I do want to ask, what was it like there saving fuel there throughout that green flag run and being able to hold the field off on the final restart?
Well, I'll be honest, man. Those Fords that you talked about, man, those were some aggravating guys to be around, man. They just dive bomb you, dive bomb them back, they were aggravating to deal with all night long. So I'm like, you know what? I just decided to find another strategy around them. If I can't get around them cleanly, I'll just come up with another way and try to put them a lap down. But yeah, so that was the strategy at that point. Once I started getting roughed up, it's like, all right, so I'm just gonna save gas, and ended up making it work. I was gonna make it anyways. Then the caution came out. Not sure what the heck happened. Probably one of them Fords. But anyway, happy to get it done, and happy to get that job done tonight. Appreciate Harvick letting me run tonight, and I thought I was running like 5 hours before the race started, so it's like, oh crap, I gotta learn how to drive this racetrack all over again. So it was a learning curve for me, but glad we were able to bring home a W.
Well, there was a subtle comment that I had made throughout the middle of the race. I talked about how Harvick Fan Racing had a very good week throughout Daytona with the duels and throughout the Red Hot 250. At least you guys keep it up here. Sean, I do want to ask you, so I know you were a reserve driver for the season. What are your plans for RHRL this season? Are you someone that tends to run maybe a full-time schedule? Could we see you maybe compete for a title this season?
I don't know. We'll see. Whatever Harvick wants me to do. I'm enjoying the part-time role thing and just enjoying the opportunities as they come. Kind of starting to wind down the league racing thing. Kind of a good run, but if Harvick needs me, I'll run whatever he needs. Sean for Life to get behind the wheel, because Sean for Life will always try to find a way to get that car up to the front, even if it's not the best or the fastest. So wasn't perfect. Would have liked to have been up close to the front all night, even though I was in the top 10. But would have liked to have been leading some laps without having to get into fuel strategy. But glad we were able to bring it home for Harvick and appreciate the opportunities as they come.
All right. Well, before I let you go here and celebrate your first RHRL dub, again, as I had mentioned, 43rd winner in RHRL history. You're now tied for 22nd on the win list. So half the people on the wins list have only won once. So you're on that portion for now. But before I let you go here and celebrate the dub, you have any special shout-outs that you want to give?
Appreciate Harvick for the opportunity to let me run with him. Appreciate the forwards are trying to rough me up a little bit. This one's for you guys.
Ooh.
Yeah. Shout out to Grams, because I was told to shout him out. Cowboys, we're always up front on Monday nights, so glad we were able to run it back and finish up front again tonight. He's a great competitor, great teammate over there in the ODRL, so happy to see us representing our team strong over here, and looking forward to the next race, whenever that might be here in the RHRL. Maybe we'll move in front of that half of people that have only won once. Move up into the top 20 next time.
All right. Well, Sean, congrats on the first win for you in RHRL. I wish you the best of luck for whatever comes your way in the future in RHRLs on Saturday nights.
Appreciate it.
No problem.
Thank
All
you.
right. I am still waiting for the results here. Apparently, they have not been posted, and I don't know if they're going to be posted because there was a lot of beating and banging in the back. So we'll have to wait and see for those results here. It doesn't look like they're going to be posted, so I'll just go on ahead and end this one off. This was a fun set of interviews, I will say the least. Probably one of the best ones I've had for RHRL, so hopefully that keeps up as well. I do want to thank those that did get in the top 5 for the interviews. Again, that was Sean for Life, Glixen, Cowboys, and Turquoise we heard from tonight. R4D, also shout out to him for getting his first top 5 in RHRL, getting 4th. I will mention the back half of the top 10 are as follows. Yoshi Racing in 6th, not on my screen in the 37 and 7th. Good run for him. He was in the top 10 pretty much all night. Legend Johnson 48 and the 17 getting 8th. The last winner here at Gateway back in March of 2022, getting another top 10 here. Super NASCAR fan the 94 in 9th. Last second reserve substitute. And then Stein in the 34. He was up in the front all night. He gets a top 10. So how about that? Good stuff for Barstool Glonk. 3 drivers in the top 10. All right. Well, that'll do it for me, folks. I'm Regular Show 48, closing this one on out. Again, tomorrow night I'll be doing ODRL NXT. And then Monday night, ODRL Premiere. And then for RHRL, we take next week off due to the Bristol night race. That will be happening next Saturday night. But we'll be back here in a couple of weeks at Atlanta. So I appreciate y'all for sticking around. Again, I'm Regular Show 48. Signing on out. If you haven't yet, make sure you follow my Twitch. Again, you already know the name. And I will see you guys next time. Peace out, everybody.